what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ascended, and today what I have for you is my first ever build video. Now, throughout the rest of this video, I'm going to be referring to this as a setup, and that's simply because of the fact that, well, this game has made me hate the word build because I hear it so much. This build, that build, my build, build. I hate that word, so I'm going to be referring to this as a setup. So before I get into this, we're just going to go ahead and skim through the trees here so you guys can take a look at them if you don't care what I'm going to have to say for the rest of this video and you're just wanting to see the tree. 2 points there for my class mod. So, alright. So this is the first ever time I'm doing this. So yeah, I'm going to try my best here, so don't roast me too hard. But for a long time, I just flat out didn't really like playing Amara. I didn't have a setup that I really liked. I was trying this Nimbus ion cannon thing, and then I tried some other stuff. I just flat out didn't like playing Amara, so I just really didn't ever pay attention to her. And recently, I had some help with a buddy. He helped me out with some stuff and said, "This is what you should try out." And I did, so here we are. And I actually really enjoy this Amara build, and the DLC has actually made this a little cooler, just with like some additions weapons-wise. So real quick, we're just going to go ahead and go into it here. So what I'm going to be using is the Phasezerker. Now this is a level 53 mod. I'm actually still currently in the process of getting some more just certain items that I'm kind of like hunting down, and one of them is a Phasezerker that's pretty similar to the one I have, but it gives me 26% weapon damage and increases my shotgun damage, which is really nice because I like running around with the Anarchy and the Lob a lot of times. And then the Atlas weapon damage really isn't like too relevant, but hey, if I find like a decent Atlas weapon, I can roll around with that. But essentially, what you're going to be doing is, this of course is the one that gives you the rush stacks. So what you can do is you can phase grass the ground, and you'll see those numbers at the bottom start to increase. And those rush stacks are going to give you additional effects, which is really nice. So boom, there you go. And you can just kind of do that when you're running into a fight, and then when you see someone, you just pick them up and then just start going at it. So pretty simple there. But I'm going to kind of just go through the skills here and just talk about them. So we have 5 points into Do Harm. Killing an enemy grants Amara a stack of Rush. Activating her action skill consumes all Rush stacks. For every stack of Rush consumed, Amara's action skill damage is temporarily increased. So Do Harm is a really, really nice effect, and that's why we're going to have 5 in there. And then we're going to have 3 in Violent Tapestry. Applying a status effect grants Amara a stack of Rush. Activating her action skill consumes all Rush stacks. For every stack of Rush consumes, Amara status effect chance is temporarily increased. So if you just have that large stack at the bottom, your status effect chance is going to be really high. Now this next one, you can throw these 2 points either into this spot here, or you can just have the consistent, constant, fast hands reload speed. I just did this because I thought this would be really cool. If I'm phase grasping the ground, picking people up and getting those rush stacks, I might have some pretty fast reload speed. I've thought about just kind of respecing my skills and maybe putting 2 into fast hand, but right now I just have 2 here. And my reload speed isn't like too bad. Sometimes with the Krakatoa it can be, because that gun reloads super slow. But if you feel more comfortable having 2 spots in the fast hands over this one, you can definitely do that. This is just what I'm currently trying out. But next up, we have 3 points into Transcend. Amara gains increased accuracy and critical hit damage for a few seconds after activating her action skill. So when you just phase grasp someone, that means you're going to have a higher crit and accuracy. And then this one, obviously, just increase your cooldown rate. Ascendant, basically all action skill augments gain increased effects. So that's pretty sweet there. You're just going to get some additional effects on top of what you already have. And then from Rest, this is just going to allow you to shoot faster and have a faster charge time. Laid Bare, enemies take increased damage from all sources for a few seconds after being damaged by Amara's action skill. Laid Bare just helps out a lot with just your damage output. And then Wrath, obviously another thing that just helps you. This whole tree right here, or these 3 things here, just help your overall damage output, which is really nice. But Wrath is just going to have increased gun damage, and then you're also going to have gun damage, after you use an action skill. So that's pretty sweet. Only 1 point into Remnant. So I was actually looking into Remnant and trying to learn as much as I could about it. And from what I gathered, basically whenever you pick someone up with your phase grasp, I just dropped my controller mid-video. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so whenever you pick up someone with your action skill, your phase grasp, basically you could just shoot them with a shotgun, and then if you have some overkill damage, a projectile is going to shoot out, and on top of the damage that it already has, that extra damage is going to be in that projectile from what I'm gathering, and it'll hit someone. And I've actually seen this happen before. I had an old class mod on Amara whenever I was like leveling her up that had 1 and 2 Remnant, and I really liked that class mod, and so the extra point here was something I was definitely like, alright, let's do this. So, which is really cool, and it just kind of shoots out a projectile to just do some damage to a random person. That's just what I'm guessing anyway. That's what I've like researched and looked into and found out. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Either way, it's a sweet ability. And then obviously the remnant damage, you don't really need to worry about that. You're more worried about like the one projectile with the extra damage coming out. So next up we have 3 into Awakening. Amara's rush stacks gain increased effectiveness. So that's just obviously going to help you out up here with all these abilities, which is really cool. And then we have 1 into Avatar. Amara's action skill can be activated while it's cooling down. So that means you're going to get 2, which is really nice. You're going to get 2 phase grass even if you're in the process of cooling down, which is really nice. And then additionally, Amara will have increased rush stacks, which would be pretty cool. And then let's see, it says additionally, if Amara's action skill kills an enemy, it reduces half of her rush stacks. So that's just really, really nice. This overall blue tree is going to help you out with your damage output. And then right here we have Anima. Amara's status effect deal increased damage over time and have increased duration. Her action skill status effect deals further increased damage. So that's just going to allow you to have higher status effect damage, and then your action skill damage is going to be really nice too. And then we have 5 into Infusion. Convert a portion of damage dealt by Amara's weapons into her action skill element. That's going to be really nice with just overall like the damage output you're going to be doing. And I'll kind of get to like the weapons and what I do here in a second with that. Next up we have Tempest. We have 5 points in that. Amara deals increased elemental damage. Shock damage is further increased. I try to get as many weapons. Like if I see something that says on action skill end you have increased shock damage, I'll usually try to pick that up and work with that. And there's been some weapons that I've really enjoyed, or just like shock weapons overall. And one of the main guns I actually use with Amara is a shock weapon, so that works out pretty good. We have 1 into Dread. Amara's gun damage is increased for a few seconds after an enemy is grabbed. So you're going to have those rush stacks going. You're going to pick someone up, and then Dread's going to kick off along with the other things going on. So you're obviously just going to be doing a whole lot of damage. It's going to be really nice. And this build, honestly, guys, or this setup, excuse me. God, I hate that word. This setup is a lot of fun, and I just really enjoy this. So that's really nice. And then whenever any player kills a grass minion, their current weapon is instantly reloaded. So that's really nice, too. Just going to keep you, just raining hell down upon people. So we have Indiscriminate. We have 3 points into that. Amara's bullets that damage enemies have a chance to ricochet and deal increased damage to other nearby enemies. So basically you just phase grasp someone, start shooting them, and then the bullets are going to go everywhere. You're going to be having some people chained. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Next up we have the 1 point into Deep Well. You just get higher max size. And then we have 2 in Sustainment, just to get yourself some just some healing, basically. And then we're going to get 1 point here into Conflux. Whenever Amara applies a status effect to an enemy, she has a chance to randomly electrocute, ignite, or melt that enemy. Pretty cool. And then obviously we have the 2 points here into Clarity. So that is going to just help us out with some more healing. Alright, now off to the weapons. So I just kind of switch off. I try new things. I pick up guns all the time to kind of work with and all that. So this one here has actually a face slam. So sometimes I'll throw on face slam for this hell shock. But basically anytime that I can get weapons that have more than one element on them, I'll usually pick them up. But like I said, like really the only guns that I really stick to and have on consistently, excuse me, is the Anarchy and the Krakatoa, and I'll throw on the Hell Shock. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a Malwan takedown, I'll swap out these two and I'll put on Cutsman, because I usually just run through the entire thing with the Anarchy shotgun. And then also put on some lobs just in case I'm going to fight like a big enemy. For Grave Ward, I usually just, for Grave Ward, I'll usually use the Krakatoa, or I'll use the Hell Shock. And then, yeah, or I'll throw this on for that too. So I have some other weapons in here that I sometimes throw out. The Brainstormer is really nice with this. I currently have one for the Digiclone. I'm just really using it because it is the 342 × 14. That's why that's in here if I can get one. Like I said, guys, I'm still in the process of getting weapons and stuff for everyone after the level increase. But right now this is what I'm using just because of the damage. But the Brainstormer matched up with the Link here that I should probably go over here is really nice, because you'll pick up someone, where's it at? Yeah, Ties That Bind. You'll pick up someone and then it just kind of like links them all together damage wise. And so when you start shooting someone, everyone's taking damage. So if you're shooting the Brainstormer, you're going to be getting that damage like pretty much like that the Brainstormer does when it hits people with electricity. You're going to be getting that along with the link damage, which is really nice. And then I'll also have a lure on here, which means it'll pull everyone in, so they're just pretty much just all there getting hit. So Allure along with the Brainstormer, and then of course Ties That Bind is a really good combination. And then as for the element, I just kind of either use Shock or Fire. So that's what I use. Okay, so the Brainstormer is really good. I'm hoping to get one that is anointed for the Siren pretty soon. I'm also trying to get better Cutsmen, but these are just kind of what I'm working with right now. Sometimes I'll throw on the Terminal Crit. Like it honestly just depends if I'm just kind of goofing off. As for the Lob, yeah, I don't really need to go too much into detail on what the Lob does. The Lob is absolutely stupid, especially with this the setup that you have. You just phase grass someone with the Ties That Bind, hit them with the Lob, and then everyone dies. I don't know what this is. I just picked this up after running through the Mal 1 takedown, so I don't know what that is. And obviously we have the Kibsworth here, the amazing submachine gun. I throw that on too sometimes, and really, like I said, I've just been trying out different stuff from the DLC, and that's why the Auditing Iridian is on here. The Transformer shield that I'm currently using is the anointed one here. It says on action skill end, 30% of all damage taken is returned to the attacker for a short time. I absolutely love this shield, and it's just a good way to just increase that overall damage output. And I'm trying to find a really good grenade. I'm still kind of experimenting with the grenades. And then as for the relic, it's the same thing. Trying to find a better one, but right now I'm using the elemental projector. It just gives me 103% damage boost when it comes to my elements. And then this one gives me 5 for my life downtime, and it gives me max health, so that's actually not too bad. So that's what I'm doing right here. And I figure I'll go ahead and just kind of show this build off a little bit and show you guys what I'm working with and how to play it. Okay, so I'm over here in Athenas, and I figured I would just end the video off by showing you guys how to play this. So there's the current Mayhem 4 modifiers there on the right, so I'm not really getting anything necessarily like super beneficial to me personally. But basically how I play this, guys, it really just depends on the area I go to. For the Malinois takedown, I'll throw on my Cutsmans at the very end, because the Anarchy that you see right now, I use that through the entire thing on Mayhem 4, and that's all I need. That's like literally all I ever use. You can throw on the Brainstorm if you feel a little more comfortable with that. But the Anarchy, one of the brand new guns out of the Guns Love and Tentacle DLC. I absolutely love the current one that I have. It just gives me shock damage and then incendiary damage on the action skill in, which is really nice. Gives me a couple different elements to work with. But yeah, I mean, for Grave Ward, I'll throw on the Krakatoa. I'll use that one. And then for mobbing the Anarchy. And I figured I'll just go ahead and show you guys this. So the Anarchy shotgun, as you guys see, it's all crazy looking. You kind of have to have like the Anarchy's going for it to really show what it does. So I'm going to go ahead and pick someone up here. You see they're all linked. There you go. Pick someone else up. And the cool thing about this is once you have a lot of Anarchy stacks on and the gun's really shining, you can pick up one guy, shoot one time, and it'll kill multiples. So let my action skill come back. So it's going to pick him up, and there you go. And all 3 of them died. I don't know if I got a collateral there or if that was the chain link. But yeah, I'm just going to go into this next area, and I'll finish it off by finding Trant. Okay, so I'm going to let everyone kind of spawn and come up here. There we go. There you go. See that? Well, these... Yeah. Okay, yeah. They all died. So there you go. So that's what it does, and that's why I use it with the Anarchy gun. It's just because this thing cranks out so much damage. And when you pick someone up and they all link together, you're just going to do a colossal amount of damage. And you guys see I just phase grass the ground, get my rush stacks up. I don't really need to do this. I'm just more or less showing you guys this for the demonstration of the video. Now we're going here and phase grass this dude. There we go. So yeah, the Anarchy gun makes this a little easier, or you can use a lob if you're a little more comfortable with that. If you have an amazing lob, you can definitely do that as well. So there we go. I didn't really get anything too good, but I'm gonna go ahead and go find another boss, and then we'll end the video.
Not gonna hold them forever.
All right, so I figure I would just go ahead and end this by fighting Gigamine. This is also a character you can fight to get your Phasezerker mod and lob, just all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, there you go. So yeah. This build's really fun. I like it. It's nice to finally have like a really good consistent Amara build. I killed this dude so fast that these guys didn't die like they normally do. So like one more quick little demonstration. Pick this dude up, and they're all dead. So there we go. And you guys saw the little spear come out. That'll have the extra damage you have left over. Get anything good? Well, we got Elementus. I guess that shows that you can get class mounts from them. Anyway, so that's going to do it for the video. I apologize if it wasn't like the best. This is the first time ever that I've done a quote build video. So hopefully the future ones will be better. But if you guys did enjoy this video, if it did help you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. This was a lot of fun to do. I've been wanting to show off my Amara setup for quite some time now because this is a lot of fun. And I'm still currently in the process of getting stuff for it because this is nowhere near done. There's other things that I want to try to get, and there are specific anointments and other things for guns and such that I want. So, yeah. So, I mean, for now, I mean, I don't even have the completed stuff, and I'm still doing just fine. So that shows you that, hey, this is actually a pretty strong setup. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Take care. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe out there in this crazy world. And it's your boy Send It signing out. Catch you guys in the next one.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.